Welcome back. Another album to share with you. This review may be a little short because that's fair in my opinion. This is "Human After All" by Daft Punk. Their third record came out in 2005. Was recorded within just a month and 11 days. So yeah, you're seeing where this is going, I'm sure. This is their third record. It came after Discovery. Discovery was in 2001. That's very loud dance pop, synth pop, funk, disco pop, very amazing sounds for that album. That's probably their best it's probably their best work, but it's not my favorite. I go back and forth. Discovery was just beautifully made, really awesome, very techno, synthy, synth heavy, very experimental, a lot of samples, and a lot of their best songs are from that album. And then you go to Human After All, which is, I'm just gonna say it, it's their worst album. It's their worst project by far, in my opinion. And I'm not alone. Many punkians agree with me. It's pretty. It's not bad, okay? It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not terrible. It's just mid. Like you compare even their last album, Random Access Memories, which came out like a decade ago, 2013. That's my favorite album by them. There's so much going on in that one. There's so many old sounds, and it's very nostalgic, but it's also very technologically sound as well. They bring in tons of artists to collaborate and tons of different funky, groovy, amazing dance, beats and hits and great songs. Some of their best work is on that album as well. Most of my favorites, to be honest. So that one is their last project, unfortunately. I just feel like this one, it just I don't know. It's a little lacking, but we'll get to that. Um, as for physical packaging, it's okay. It's got this black background. Most of their albums have the black background, except for Tron. Well, Tron is, I mean, Tron Legacy is similar looking, but it's got more color. Anyway, decent album cover. You got the Daft Punk logo with the TV screen. Very cool. It plays into the themes of television and technology and media. And yeah, pretty decent. The spine's pretty cool. And this is from Virgin Records, I believe. Yes. And there's 10 tracks on here. Most of them are okay. Some of their best ones are on here. But yeah, the track list only 10 tracks. It is 45, 6 minutes, so it is a kind of a longer one. Um, and yeah, a lot of these songs are not great. They're pretty repetitive, if I'm being honest. I mean, that's Daft Punk's trend. Like, it's mostly a dance, kind of a dance album. It's mainly just electro rock. This one plays a lot into rock, has a lot of rock influence, hard rock, techno rock, pop rock. So there's a lot of that techno. So it is what it is. I do like the presentation. There's more black waiting for us on the inside. Unfortunately, the disc for this is pretty. I don't know why this was designed like this. Most discs that I have are pretty colorful. This one is not. It's like pure black. It almost looks like Venom. Like why? You can't even see the logo. Look, you have to tilt, bruh. You have to tilt it to the light to see the Daft Punk logo. Why is this so dark? Like I get the theme is darkness within humans and like robots and like people turning like the theme is mainly robots wanting to turn into humans. But like why is this so dark? I don't get it. I mean, you can see the track list pretty clearly now, but it looks like there's nothing on this disc, which is kind of creepy. But yeah, disc is okay. There's some mumble jumbo behind that. The booklet is honestly pretty disappointing, if I'm being honest. It's there's the cover. There's like no lyrics. There's just basic images. Human After All. You can see the inside of the logo. There's not much. There's a screen. There's some guitars. I think those are the two guitars that they used. And yeah, what is going on with this? Uh, I don't know. This was only recorded within September to November 2004 in Paris. That's what it says. So that's a short time for an album. That's really short. That's not good. That's not. They should have spent more time. Regardless, that's the physical stuff. It's okay. You can get it online. It's not too expensive. I paid at the most like 12 to 13 to 14. It depends on where you get it. But yeah, it's okay looks wise. Let's talk about the tracks. Most of them are okay. It starts out with Human After All. This one's definitely a banger. I'm a big fan of this one. There's not a lot of lyrics. Essentially, they're talking about becoming human. We're only human after all. And, you know, it's a decent message. They're essentially robots trying to be human. And we have much in common. That's another lyric. And it's decent. I like the lyrics. Daft Punk has never really their lyrics aren't super there's not a lot of lyrics in most of their songs, at least most of them. I think Random Access Memories definitely has the best lyrics for sure of all their work. But yeah, it's a great song. It is a longer one. It's like over 5 minutes, so you have to sit there for a little bit. But it lays out the message. They're wanting to be human, more expressive, more personal. They're wanting to be less robotic. They're wanting to be less technologically heavy. So that's another theme. I really love this song. Honestly kind of underrated. It's a great opener. I do think Give Life Back to Music is a better opener, but I think Human After All is a pretty iconic song. If you can get over the fact that this is 5 minutes and 20 seconds, you can enjoy it. I really like this song. This is a highlight for sure. The second one is Prime Time of Your Life. This one grew on me a lot. This one doesn't have a lot of lyrics. It's really just them saying it's the prime time of your life. Go live it, and that's really it. That's it. But it's really cool because the first part of this is their vocoded vocals saying the prime time of your life. I love the way they say that, sing it. It's really dope. And then towards the halfway point, it kind of switches. It goes from kind of this slow jam, then it goes to this explosive part where they say the prime time of your life, and then at the halfway point, it kind of switches. It goes to a drum, and the drums keep speeding up and 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 up, and up until the entire song explodes. It becomes this helicopter explosion. Like, what? I didn't even realize that this song did that until recently. You listen to it, you're like, okay, prime time of your life, and then it just goes speeds up super fast into this like in like super loud explosion at the end. It's fantastic. I love the way it builds. I've listened to so many songs, but I've never heard a song become a helicopter. I, it's creative, it's different, it's new, it's something different, and I like the way it switches up. It starts simple, but it just keeps speeding the beat. I have never heard a song go fast like that before, and it goes so fast. The songs blend together, the drums, and my word, it's such a great track. I had to admit I misjudged this one. This is a new favorite for me. Great. Even though there's not much lyrics, it's great that it changes itself. That's the one thing that I love. Next up is Robot Rock. This one is on the longer end. This is for over 4 minutes. It's pretty simple. It's just them saying robot rock. It's pretty simple, but true to their word, it sounds like robots rocking out with guitars and bass and drums. So it is a rock track. It's an electro rock track, which is pretty iconic. Definitely one of the more iconic Daft Punk tracks. It's really recognizable. It doesn't do much to change itself, like musically. That's probably the weak part of it. But overall, it is awesome. It's super in your face, super, heavy rock influence. I like it a lot. It's really dope, really creative. And I think it's a sample. I don't know the sample. I think a few of these have samples. But yeah, Robot Rock is iconic. It's awesome. It's rocky, rockin'. and it's pretty similar to their one of their older songs called "Rock and Roll" from Homework. Sorry, their debut. So it's a little bit similar in that regard. But yeah, Robot Rock is awesome. Number four is where it starts to go downhill a little bit for me. Steam Machine. My dad loves this one. I get it. He loves that kind of sound. This is pretty basic. It's just them saying Steam Machine, and with over this super bouncy, bassy beat. It's okay. It's never been a favorite. It's fine. It's the one track. It's one of the ones that I don't care for, to be honest. It just doesn't do a lot, like musically. It doesn't change. It doesn't evolve. It doesn't grow. Nothing. It just stays the same. It just they say Steam Machine and that's it over and over. And the beat is okay. It's mid at best. So yeah, Steam Machine. Eh, I could do without, but I appreciate it for being on this album. Okay, it's all right. Next one is pretty underrated. It's the first track that's really, I think it's the only one that's not rock heavy. It's Make Love, and it's number five. This one is honestly fairly long. It's like 4 minutes, 49. It's essentially Daft Punk telling us to make love, and I don't know if that means, like, I don't know if they're talking about sex. Uh, I would imagine in some cases. Um, this might be their one of their few sexual songs. There's no lyrics. It's just make love. So I'm guessing that's maybe a reference to that, or it could just be them saying make love with your family or your friends, or like I don't know. There's no lyrics other than that, so it's a little bit hard to you know I don't know what they mean by that, but I'm guessing it's just a love thing. It's just a love theme. It's actually really pleasant. I really like the way they sing "Make Love." It's very um, mellow. It sounds very nice. It's very slow. It has a pleasant feel to it. I like this one a lot. And again, it doesn't change very much, which is the weakness of it, but it's very pleasant. It's slower. It's groovier. It's definitely nicer to listen to. It's not rock in your face, super explosive. It's nice. So I like this one a lot. Give it a try. If you haven't heard this track, I would give it a try at least once. It is very nice to listen to. Very good. Next up is the Brainwasher. This one is, I'm not a fan. I do not like this track. This is number six, 4 minutes, 8 seconds. It's okay. It's just them saying, I am the brainwasher. It's really corny. Honestly, I am not a fan of this track. It's very rock heavy. It's very loud. It's very bassy. I don't know. It's okay. I find it funny that some of this it sounds kind of like a washing machine at some points. I don't know. It's the brainwasher. I think this is supposed to be a commentary on how Daft Punk thinks we're too involved with technology. I'm sorry. So they think that we rely too much on it and we're getting brainwashed by it. That's could be a theme of this album. I don't know. I don't like it musically. It's terrible. It doesn't work for me. So yeah, Brainwasher is pretty bad. Next one is not even a track. It's just like, how long is this? 20 seconds, 30 seconds of a TV flipping channels. I think it's 20 seconds. It's just TV flipping through channels, and it's really short. How short is this? Let's see. 19 seconds, yeah. So this is a very short track. It's fine. It leads into the next one really well. It's just not a song. It's really short. It's similar to their first track off of Homework, which is not Daft and Direct. It's WDBK. Oh no, that's the second one. So after the what is it? Their Daft and Direct on their first record, Homework. Then it goes to the radio station track, WDBK 83.4 FM, something like that. It's similar vibe to that. I think that track is better than this one. But yeah, on and off, it's okay. It just leads into the next one, which is Television Rules the Nation. This one's it's okay. It's definitely not bad. It's one of my least favorites. It's fine. I don't listen to it like at all. just because I got the message. It's essentially Daft Punk telling us that television rules the nation and we should, you know, rely less on it. But there's not many lyrics. It's just those four words, I think. So, yeah. It doesn't do much to change musically either, which is pretty disappointing. Um, that's a theme of this album. Not much changes. Like if you hear a track or some parts of these songs, that's it. There's no change. There's nothing else. It's just that song like style of music. And I don't know. It's fine. It works well enough. It has a good theme for sure. It's just there's not enough lyrics to really get the theme out there. So that's Television Rules the Nation. It's okay at best. So yeah, it's all right. And then 9 is one of their hits, one of their singles, Technologic. This one's dope. I love this track. I've listened to it many times. Um, you could get annoyed by the vocals because it's not Daft Punk's usual vocals. It's more pitched up, so it sounds more like a chipmunk. It could be a bad thing or a good thing. I like the vocals. It took me a bit to get used to them. And essentially, they're talking about different computer effects like format and fixing things and upgrading it and charting it, pointing it, zooming it. I read that they say the word it 350 times. That is insane for a song. And this isn't a short song, it's like 4 minutes and 43 seconds. So, yeah. The video is really weird because they have this Chucky animatronic and without the skin, and a Daft Punk is right next to that puppet, and they start singing, the touch it, feel it. I can't do it. Zip, unzip it. You know what I mean? The lines, and it's really creepy. Actually, a lot of the videos on this album for these songs, a lot of the videos are super creepy. Like Prime Time of Your Life is super disturbing. Probably one of their most disturbing music videos. I can't even say anything. You need to go watch it at least once. It's disturbing. It's so creepy. And then like Robot Rock, the video is awesome for that. Technologic, I just mentioned. And Human After All was supposed to have a video, but they actually did a different project instead, which was their movie, Electroma, which is an interesting movie. I'll give it that. But yeah, Technologic is great. Has a nice beat. I love the bass. I love the drums, the beat, the electro vibe of it. It's really awesome. I love the flow. The instrumental is amazing. I really like it. It has almost this. It has a very, what's the word? Hip hop flavor. A little bit of it. It's almost like hip hop techno. So yeah, really dope track, awesome. Not much lyrically. It's just you know, it just computer terms with it on the end. So not much there, but it's really iconic, really great. One of their best songs, and one of the few singles from this album. I know "Human After All" is a single, "Robot Rock," and then "Technologic." I think that's the only three singles, but yeah, great song, great song. And then number 10 is back to the boring stuff. Emotion, it's the last one. It's pretty mid. It's pretty weak. They're just talking about emotion. I believe that's the only lyric. I haven't listened to this track in a very long time. So, actually, I don't think I've listened to it in full. This is definitely the longest track. This is 6 minutes and 57 seconds. Wow. That's the longest one on here. And it doesn't do much for me. It's honestly pretty lame as an album closer. It's pretty bad. Uh, there's just not much. There's not much that changes. That's the problem. Not much is different. They don't evolve the sound. Like a lot of Daft Punk's albums, a lot of the songs, they change the beat, they change the vocal style, they change the song structure in all of their other songs. Whereas this album, there's none of that. It's just rock, electro, some funk here and there. And I don't know. I'm not a fan of rock music, so maybe that's why I don't like this album that much. And this is techno rock, electro rock, but still, I don't want that sound from Daft Punk. It doesn't work for me. But yeah, Emotion, it's pretty weak. Yeah, that one, Steam Machine, Brainwasher, Emotion, and Television Rules the Nation, all pretty weak. Everything else though is pretty strong. Um, like I said, Prime Time of Your Life grew on me. And yeah, only 10 tracks. It's pretty short in that regard. It is a kind of a longer album, but yeah, I don't know. It's not doing it for me. When I first listened to it, it really didn't do much for me. I think the singles actually, this is a case where the singles carry the album. If there was no singles on this would be pretty bad. This would be a bad album, for me. I don't know. They only recorded it in like 6 weeks, and you can tell. It's got a score of 57, and yeah, many fans don't like this album. I won't say that it's bad. It just has a lot of missed opportunities, you know? It's just not as perfect as Discovery or even the Tron Legacy soundtrack, or obviously Ram being their masterpiece, in my opinion. It's just pretty weak. It's just a weak album. But is it bad? No. I like the aesthetic. I definitely like the aesthetic. It's kind of depressing, retrospective, and it's got kind of a dark vibe with a lot of the videos, and the sound is very dark. It's very intense. The sound is very intense and in your face, loud, abrasive. It's a lot, and it doesn't really work, at least for me. Yeah, I would say this is their worst album, but all the ones that I do like, Human After All, great. Technologic, great. Robot Rock, great. Prime Time of Your Life, great. And, everything else I could do without. Honestly, I feel like this should have just been the singles, and that was it. Like, that would probably be better. But, you know, it's not bad. I would probably give this Human After All. I'd probably give it probably a 4 out of 10. Honestly, I'm going between a 4 and a 5. I think I'll go 5 because of the singles. If the singles weren't there, this will probably be like a 2 out of 10. But because the singles are on here, 5 is fair. I'll give it a 5. I would give it a listen if you're getting into Daft Punk or if you're getting into electronic rock music in particular. This is a great album. If you want technologically enhanced rock, this is the album for you. If you want a lot of rock and bass and vocoders, this is for you, friend. But if you want a good Daft Punk album, this is not it. This is not it. So, yeah. Of all their projects, this is the worst, weakest, most disappointing, but it's not bad. Will I give it another listen? Probably. I don't think my thoughts will change. But yeah, it's a decent project. Has some highs, a lot of lows. So the sound, if you like rock, you'll probably love this. I'm not big into rock, so that's probably why I'm not a fan of it in particular. But hey, I will say this. Daft Punk tried something different, okay? They tried something completely different. That's what I like about it. It is very experimental. That's what I like, okay? They tried something new. It didn't quite work out. And they even said that this is their favorite album, and that's fair. That's fine. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. But yeah, they didn't even have many instruments either. Like only one 8-track machine, only a single vocoder, 2 drum machines, 2 guitars. So not much, but it is what it is. And would I recommend it? I think I would. I would give it at least one listen. But yeah, it's okay. It's not their best. But I applaud them for doing something new. So, Human After All, not good, but not the worst thing I've heard. So, it's okay. What do you think of Human After All? Do you like it? Do you like some of the themes? Do you like the sound? Do you like the lyrics? Do you like the style? Do you think this is Daft Punk's best work? And what do you think is their best work in your opinion? I think it's Ram, but that's me. I put Discovery like second best. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the group. Not a big fan of this album, but that's it. Let me know what you think. Do you like it? Do you not? This album was pretty easy to review because there's not a lot of lyrics and there's also not a lot of sound to talk about. So on my end, it was easy to review. But, you know, it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts, good and bad. Do you hate this? Do you love it? Do you like it? But do you think Daft Punk should have gone in a more rock direction like this? Or do you prefer some of their more disco sounds, or do you like their debut? Do you like the Tron soundtrack? What do you think of Ram? What's your favorite album? What's your favorite Daft Punk song? I'd love to know that because there's a lot of discussion about that. And what do you think is their most iconic track? And do you think Daft Punk could come back in the future? Let me know. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching or listening. Let me know your thoughts on Human After All in the comments or in the chat. Thank you once again, and have a great day. I will see you for the next one. Take care.